Hello everyone, I am Olga Karisa and I will talk about nonverbal communication. Communication is the process of exchanging information between individuals or groups with the meaning or purpose to be conveyed. In direct communication, we are constantly sending messages to our audience. One of the messages or information that can be conveyed is nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication often happens automatically and without our control. For example, when we are angry or excited, we tend to speak louder and faster. This happens because we experience emotional changes. Nonverbal communication also complements our verbal communication. When we say one thing, if our body movement do not support it, people will certainly not believe it. For example, if we say we have done our homework, but with a hesitant tone, our friends will definitely not believe us. Nonverbal communication is more common in face-to-face communication. This is because in communication using digital media, nonverbal communication is often impossible. For example, when we are chatting, it is impossible to see our face expression or hear the intonation of our voice. Because of this limitation, nonverbal communication often leads to misunderstanding. For example, sometimes people use emojis incorrectly. For example, someone mistakenly sends an angry emoji when in fact he wants to send a smiling emoji located next to it. This can cause the person being sent his message to misunderstand and get angry too. Difference between nonverbal communication and verbal communication. Nonverbal communication happens without words. All cues such as facial expression, body gesture, eye contact, and tone of voice are included in nonverbal communication. The main difference is that verbal communication uses words, while nonverbal communication relies on expression and physical cues, but are equally important and complementary. So, if you want to be a great communicator, learn how to combine the two well. That's why you can better understand and be understood by others, both in the workplace and in everyday life. The first type is gesture. Gesture, often considered a form of nonverbal communication, can vary significantly across different cultures. For example, the thumbs up gesture, widely recognized as a sign of approval in Western culture. The OK sign, formed by touching the thumb and index finger, is considered vulgar in many parts of South America and Europe. Similarly, pointing with one finger is considered rude in many Asian cultures. The second type is eye contact. Eye contact is most expressive and direct part of body. Eye contact is the act of looking directly at someone's eyes. In some cultures, for example, eye contact is considered a sign of respect and honesty, while in others it may be perceived as aggressive or disrespectful. Action from eye contact, for example, in many Asian cultures. For instance, avoiding direct eye contact is a sign of politeness. The third is facial expression. Facial expression as a universal language and how it can be influenced by cultural context. Smile constitutes the largest part of facial expression. Smiling is a powerful cue that transmits happiness, friendliness, warmth, liking, and affiliation. Smile constitutes the largest part of facial expression. Facial expressions are more reserved with a focus on social harmony and group cohesion. In contrast, in the United States, a culture that emphasizes individualism and self-expression. Fourth is posture and body orientation. Communicate the mirror's message by the way you walk, talk, stand, and sit. Standing upright but not rigid and leaning slightly forward communicates to audience speaking. Speaking with your back turned or looking at the floor or ceiling should be avoided. It communicates disinterest to audience. 5 is proximity. Proximity can vary depending on culture and context. It is important to understand the meaning of proximity in different cultures and contexts to avoid misunderstanding. Cultural norms dictate a comfortable distance or interaction with audience. Proximity refers to physical distance between two people. This part must look for signals of discomfort caused by invading audience. Some of there are rocking, tapping, leg swinging, sitting back. The last is paralinguistic. Paralinguistic cues are nonverbal cues that accompany spoken language and convey emotion, attitudes, and intention. They can include tone of voice, pitch, rate of speech, volume, inflection, pauses, and vocal fillers. An example of a paralinguistic cue is a person saying, "I'm so happy," with a high-pitched tone, rapid rate of speech, and soft volume, which could convey excitement, urgency, and vulnerability. The page also compares the use of paralinguistic cues in Indonesian and American cultures. In Indonesian culture, formal language and honorific titles are used when speaking to someone who is older or in position of authority, while in American culture, casual language and direct questions are used. Despite the difference, both cultural values politeness and respect in communication.